anyway. I was giving a talk at the Golden Door Spa. The wonderful thing about being a speaker is you get to travel all over the world to fabulous places, and the Golden Door Spa was one of them. And, you know, I'm not big on exercising in a gym. I like to rollerblade or ski and be outside. But I was at the spa, and I thought, well, I should at least go visit the machines. So I put on my shorts and sneakers, and I went down, and there was my nemesis, the treadmill. And I got on the treadmill and started doing, you know, a very slow miracle mile. I have very short legs. And in walks this woman whose legs are the length of my entire body. She got on the treadmill next to me and proceeded to do something that I thought was rather obscene. She started to sprint on the treadmill. She's like hailing, you know, hauling tail. And I did the only self-respecting thing I knew to do. I got off my machine to cheer her on. And I'm like, you go, girl. And she was laughing. And when she was done, I kind of threw her a towel, and I'm like, who are you, and where did you learn to run like that? She introduced herself as Marty Evans, and she said she was the National Executive Director. Actually, she said that she learned to run like that by being she was a retired Rear Admiral for the U.S. Navy. And I said, well, what do you do now? And she said, I'm the National Executive Director for the Girl Scouts. Now, I had always had one of those dreams, one of those maybe someday dreams. Someday when I have enough time and money, maybe I'll pursue this dream. And the dream was to work with teenage girls, inspiring them to go for their dreams. You know, and that actually I would start like a dream camp. And not only would they learn about like ropes courses, but they would learn how to stand up for themselves and speak for their dreams. So I said, Marty, my name is Marcia Wieder. My life's work is dedicated to helping people achieve their dreams. And I would love to explore doing some work with you and the Girl Scouts. I actually used a magic 6-word phrase. Would you be willing to explore having me do some work with you and the Girl Scouts? And she said, sure. And I called her on that Monday, and then I could be found once a year sleeping in a tent. I know, I'm not really a tent girl, but I will tell you, it was some of the most fulfilling work of my life, teaching 14 to 16-year-old girls that when people or their brothers or somebody said to them, you know, you want to be a veterinarian? That's a stupid dream. I taught them how to say, it doesn't matter what you think, it's my dream. And they taught me a funny phrase, something that they called the California blow-off, which was, thank you for sharing. So when somebody said something to a teenager and they didn't like it and didn't want to hear it, they just sort of went, thank you for sharing, which they called the California blow-off. And what I learned was that building a dream team starts with your ability to articulate your vision with clarity, to express it with passion, and then to make specific requests and to make it easy for people to say yes. And if they say no, to have the guts to ask them why they're saying no. People say no for 2 reasons. 1, you're either asking for too much, or 2, they're not clear about what the request is. So this is very core and foundational to building a dream team. I'll say it again, the #1 way to experience ease and shortcuts on any dream is to build your dream team so that you don't have to do it all alone. And that's really the theme of tonight's event and tonight's the Marcia Wieder Show. So we're going to start with our friend Helena. Helena, you can unmute yourself if you haven't already. And say hello, please.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Helena,
I'm so pleased to meet everyone.
And where are you calling from?
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
And it looks like your company name is Longevity Now